most lead magnets are creating junk leads and not qualified buyers. So we've been out for a couple of months, and I think the biggest difference is that we are in the new studio.
Yeah.
It's not done yet, so you'll see a lot of updates coming on around us.
But I really like it, and I was so close because we have had rapeseed fields that have been blooming all yellow throughout the last couple of months. I really wanted to set up the studio outside and have the rapeseed field blooming yellow in the back of our backdrop to the thing. It didn't work.
No.
So we've been kind of stuck in between studios because we couldn't move back to the old one because guess what? That's all glass now. And this studio wasn't ready because of X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
So super happy to be back.
Yeah.
And it's exciting to start diving deep into like real subjects that are going to help coaches move their businesses forward.
Definitely. And the other thing that happened, and what you can see if you've been following these podcast episodes, is that we are 10 kilos lighter, both of us, since last time you saw us.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're planning to hold breaks and then go on diet once in a while, but it just happened to happen. So.
And it didn't happen from last week to this week either.
So, but we're going to speak about lead magnets.
Yeah.
How to use them, how to think differently. What do you believe is the biggest difference in lead magnets 2026 compared to how it was last year? Let's just compare that a bit.
We need to acknowledge that the market has changed tremendously.
Yeah.
And with AI, went even faster. And AI makes a difference between last year and this year. But if we're looking back 5 years, the market wasn't as saturated as it is today. There weren't as much coaches selling coaching. And there weren't as much people competing in the same market, and it has changed the game a lot.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to say that you can't get tons of engagement now. You can, but it is so different now from where it was back then. I'm curious to know, what do you feel is a good lead magnet today compared to a bad lead magnet today?
Because it's, as you said, the market is different. AI is here now, which means that before you could literally do, hey, I made a guide to get this thing you want to have. Guides and long PDF and that kind of things like ebooks and all of these long form deliveries are not working as good anymore because everything is fast paced now. Just look at AI. Like, people don't wait anymore. People want fast results, fast answers, fast everything. So those long PDF with a guide, what does that say? A guide means that I'm going to give you information about how to.
Yeah.
Again, how to. Everyone who has something they're looking for right now is already on some sort of AI asking the AI, how should I do this thing? So they already got the guide. They already get the information. Information is free in 2026. We can't sell information anymore. So if we want to have something that is more valuable as a lead magnet, we also need to deliver more value in our lead magnet.
Yeah, and I want to add to that because it's an important part compared to AI. AI processes faster than anything. You can ask AI to write a 10-page book, 20-page book, whatever. But I also want to differentiate the use of AI and the skill sets that you have, because you cannot be replaced by AI. That's still the case.
Yeah.
What I want to emphasize is many people use AI in order to find answers, not knowing that the answers that they'll get are wrong. Which means that if you sit here and listen to this and think like, yeah, but the things I create is better than the stuff AI creates, then I would say you're right. So the value in your lead magnet is still more valuable, but the market can't differentiate from that and your thing because they're not as aware as you are to be able to figure out, oh, this is good and this is bad.
Yeah.
Now, secondary to that is many people uses AI to produce things, which means that there are 1,000 more lead magnets out there than it was 5 years ago. And I think it's important to realize that it's not that your lead magnets are not as good anymore.
No, it's just the market's different.
Yes.
People are different.
People are different and looking at your stuff different. And many of them even assume that you've had help by AI to create it already. So
I know a lot of coaches are getting stuck in their rules, their values, what's important for them. That's great. But a lead magnet, what is a lead magnet? Let's just be like completely straight on with what is a lead magnet. A lead magnet is what it says.
I wanted to answer,
it's
but
something you put out there who should be a magnet to get you new leads, which means it's not a teaching thing. It's not anything but It's made to produce new leads. So it needs to be something that is attracting the right people and get them into your world. It's not about teaching them. It's not about getting them to know you. It's literally just to have them raise their hand and get into your world, get into your email list, get into your DMs, wherever you are, but get into your world. That's the only job a lead magnet have. So stop putting down and wasting hours and hours and hours of building big lead magnets. Yes, that's good, but you would rather make new lead magnets every week and test them. Don't spend as much time on them. The only thing you need is, do my audience want it or not? Which can be the lead magnet, but can equally be the hook you're using when you present your lead magnet, the topic or the title of your lead magnet. So it can be different things, but that is a lead magnet. So if we go one step back to what is a good lead magnet, you ask what is a good lead magnet? Because what isn't a good lead magnet is the long form one. But what is a good lead magnet today? Since people want the answer and they want the answer fast, good lead magnets are what we can use today. It's prompt, because it's a cheat sheet to get something rapidly, or getting a custom GPT, because everyone understands AI, it's cool. And if I can get my AI to do something specific for me and I don't even need to do the work, you do the work for me, it's awesome. So prompts and custom GPTs are really good. But there's one that's been there for a while that still works really good because it's touching another subject, quizzes. Because it's calling to something else, like in your human nature, the sense of curiosity. I want to test myself. So quizzes always works as well, and they still work because it's personal, highly personal about me.
I just want to take it back slightly because one thing that is important to understand with lead magnets is that a lead magnet satisfies the curiosity of something, but 9 times out of 10, it doesn't mean that it's going to be opened, used, or even watched at all. So it's important to understand that it's more a curiosity trigger that allows them to act on the trigger that makes us aware that this is of interest to that person. We shouldn't invest too much in like, hey, did you use it? Can you tell me what you liked about it? Because the moment you're digging into, and that's where so many people are losing out on a quality lead, because they're taking for granted the lead magnet has been used and taken advantage of. And like I said before, there are so many lead magnets out there and everyone can create a lead magnet using AI. So it's even less likely that people are actually going to use it, watch it, and even benefit from it. But they've given you a sign that this is of interest to them. So we want to make sure that we facilitate the conversations that we have with people based on them already exposing their interest. And I think that's very important because it makes you detach from your own emotional kind of connection to the lead magnet, because the lead magnet isn't the thing.
No, it's not about you. It's not. It doesn't mean am I good or bad. It doesn't mean shit.
No,
it
doesn't mean anything.
Just mean, do they want the thing or do they not want the thing?
And the lead magnet, whether it's been used or not, it's already served its purpose. Because they've already exposed their curiosity. I'm interested in this kind of thing. And just by distinguishing that and understanding that there is a huge difference between are they using it or are they reaching for it, like it's the same thing. Because they're exposed to, you have something they like.
There was one more thing I was thinking about, and that is in terms of creating great lead magnets that work now. I think another thing that we see right now is that way too many coaches are getting stuck in, I need to create another lead magnet. And when I say, hey, you need to make probably one a week, a lot of people get choked because they believe I already emptied out all the lead magnets I can do for my business. And I believe most coaches make lead magnets that are just too broad. It's too generic, too broad, because they're trying to fix too much in one thing. And the way you get more lead magnets, but also the way your lead magnets are better in 2026 is they should solve one small thing. We call them micro magnets. So it's not a big thing. It should solve a micro problem. It's a micro problem your audience have.
And it's a micro win.
Exactly. So it's something that is in their head right now. So you can turn down your complete program into hundreds of lead magnets, just going into some specific things. We can take an example. Instead of saying, I can say, hey, who wants my guide to how to do DMing in 2026? That's a broad one, but I can also say, hey, who want my free best chat openers that will never get you ghosted? And it's very specific. It's very short, very specific, free things. It's easy to say yes to because it's solving one very specific thing. And the title you're using is also building up what is the problem you help solving your clients. What is the problems you help your clients solve is also baked into
Absolutely. So it gives a lot of details
Yeah.
and subconsciously helps a person understand that, okay, this is the in one of the areas that you are creating results for your clients, which is amazing. And it also ties to a principle that is important to understand. If you want good quality lead magnets, you should still give away your best stuff.
Yeah.
Because the stuff you give away for free is what people are going to see and judge you for. So if they're going to judge you for anything but the best things that you have, it's even less likely that they will move closer to you.
Yeah.
So even if it's a micro problem, even if it's a micro win that you help someone succeed with or achieve, if it isn't urgent for them, you should pivot and choose another micro win that is urgent for them.
Yeah.
And so one thing that is way more important for coaches to learn and understand is how to create great lead magnets. But a lead magnet that helps people get their first paying client is what people are going to go for.
Yeah.
The problem is, if you have the skill sets to build great lead magnets, then you're going to be able to leverage that and use it again and again and again, get more leads, and you're going to move towards being able to sell coaching every week. If you get a client, then you got a client, and that's fine, and that's fun.
Yeah.
But it's just one client.
It's also short term, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't do
It's
anything.
not a system.
3 months from now, or even a month from now, you're going to keep delivering to that client. They've already paid you, so there is no more income to gain out of it.
Yeah.
But having the skill set of being able to create good lead magnets are going to be able to create the incomes for you again and again and again.
Yeah.
Still, people are going to jump on the thing like, here's a thing that helps you get a paying client within 4 days, 3 days. That's what people are going for. And it's important for you to understand the psychology of your market, the psychology of your avatar, the psychology of your leads.
Yeah.
What is it that they're going to jump on? And how do we know that? Well, data.
Yeah.
Only way to know is to have data that backs up. This is what people goes for, and this is what people doesn't go for.
Yeah, exactly. So instead of working for creating that one perfect thing, you're going to lose 9 out of 10 times if you're spending your time building that one perfect thing, because that one perfect thing might be worst idea ever next week. So we want to keep creating new ones, and you'll soon discover what is the topics your avatar actually is like. Once I just had a chat with one of our clients today. So he has the idea that a very important part for these owners is to be in balance, be in shape, and physically be able to maintain. And he loves that so much because he's in a place in his life where that is so important. But the thing is, he keeps realizing that everyone he speaks to, they just want better profit margin and more days off.
Yeah.
So it's important not to get stuck in what you like, what you want. You need to keep testing until you realize what do your avatar want. And that's where you keep.
And it's not just what you like, because it might be that their physical health is the number one priority.
Yeah.
But if they don't know that, you don't want to try to sell them the idea that that is the solution to better profit margins, because they're not aware.
No.
So don't
And they're
give
not buying
away
the idea of it.
No, because they believe in something else that doesn't, like, hey, yeah, that sounds fun. That sounds great. It sounds like something I should prioritize. I'll do that when my business is up and running and healthy.
Yeah.
So we need to understand that where are they psychologically?
Yeah.
What do they understand? What do they believe? And what are they looking for?
And in marketing, it's always sell people what they want.
Yes.
Then you give them what they need in your delivery, but sell them what they want.
Yeah, and then also give them what they want.
Yeah, of course, they'll get that by getting also what they need to get what they want.
Yeah. But so if we're just breaking down a really simple kind of list of what is it that people do that doesn't work? What is the real problem? People are using lead magnets that are too broad. We've already talked about that.
Too generic.
Too broad, too generic. We need to create a micro win. We need to solve something that is very narrow, very specific, and that solves something of real interest to them in a micro win
It's
fashion.
a quick solution.
Yes.
Rapid solution for them.
The third thing that we can see, so we have that it's either too broad or it's too generic. It's hard to lead people from that thing to a new thing. Kind of like the one that you did with the contractors and the people who like the contracting brick and mortar businesses. He's trying to sell them like health, fitness, and vitality. And it's a hard thing because the core offer, the promise that he has is that he can 5x their profit margin. And it's a hard move if they react to this thing, and then he has to move them to the offer of, like, then it's going to be a disconnect, and they're not going to be able to understand, how did we end up here?
Yeah.
And why didn't we talk about this from the beginning?
Yeah.
And then they're going to feel something is off, something is weird.
Yeah.
And they might not even say it or think it,
Yeah.
but they're going to feel that there was a disconnect. So we want to make sure that we align the things that we do with our offer that creates the ultimate outcome for our clients.
Should we wrap up just talking about how to use them, where to use them, how strategically to use the lead magnets in your marketing?
Yeah.
Because if you're currently doing, like if you're a startup coach, definitely you'll focus on organic content only, and you'll use your social media platform 100%. That's where you start up, which means that every single week you make a new lead magnet and you test it out. It can be, if you're on Facebook, go into different groups. If you're on Instagram, LinkedIn, like test new ones all the time. You can even ask directly in DMs, hey, I noticed you are this avatar. I just created this thing. Let me know if you want me to send it to you. I can just ship it over. So you can test it out. What do people want? The faster you produce more and test it out, the faster you know which ones works, which ones are the winners.
The more data you're going to
The more data you get. And once you got the data, when you're growing the business, when you got clients, what you do with that is that you can take those winning assets and you can start putting them into landing pages, which means now you can start building up email lists by using the same. You can use them both organically in your content and ship people into your email list and start getting people in there. But you can even recreate the same one for ads and do lead magnet ads at this point, because now you already tested them. Yeah. You don't want to spend a whole lot of money doing lead magnet ads with something you never tested before. You don't know if people want it.
Very important, because you're, like, we've said that 1,000 times in many of the like different episodes in this podcast and everywhere. If you're putting an ad budget to lead magnets that doesn't already have data, it's like go and buy a lottery ticket, because it's the same outcome if you win. So it's very important that you're starting to understand and learn what does work. If you're a little bit further, and if you have a following that is decent, or if you have a email list, something that is really, really efficient is to do polls. Yeah. In a way, again, going back to what works, surveys work. You could have people, but instead of sending them a survey, you can do a poll and have people vote, because another thing that people love is to express their opinions. But when we do that, and if we do that, we want to make sure that we're collecting data from the right audience. Yeah. So when Alex Hormozi was about to launch his last book, he did immense amount of polls on the color of the book, the title of the book, the graphics of the book, and he did a lot of that to collect data. And he also writes about it in the book. It's a really, really effective way of getting data fast, because it's free and it's people's opinions, and you're going to be able to learn from that. But you also said something that I want to emphasize more, and it's using Facebook groups. Because you could use Facebook groups as long as you're humble and doesn't storm in and become loud and noisy in someone else's private group. But you could give away value in a way that makes you look great and adds value to the group, which also gives you a lot of data. Yeah.
But you can even, before you make the lead magnet, you can test out first. Like you can just say, hey, I was thinking about creating this thing. Let me know if you want it. Yeah. And then you just have the hook for it. You didn't even create it. Or, hey, if 50 people want this thing, I'll create it for you. So let me know if you want it. So you can even just do the content before you even need to create anything. Just to realize, do people actually want it? Yeah. Now, last thing, what do? You need to know what's your funnel. Getting leads is not going to give you clients if you do not know what to do with those leads. So you need to know what's the next step.
What follows?
What is your next step after anyone reaches out, drops in your email list, or raise their hand on your content or whatever? What is the next step? Because getting leads is not getting clients.
No. The next step is to send them a message with your phone number and ask them to call if they're interested.
Yeah. If you want to know more, here's my phone number. You can just call me. No, don't do that. That's not a great advice.
But some people do it. I don't understand it.
If you want to know how to create custom GPTs to use as lead magnets, we created another video on our YouTube channel. You can find that, and that will literally guide you through exactly what to do to create that and help you to find the greatest ideas you have.
And spoiler alert, it's so easy and so efficient. and it helps so much.
Yeah.
Use it. And then we'll see you in another episode. If you've liked this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Exactly.
And we'll see you
See you
in
next
a new
week.
episode on next Wednesday.